Yay, everything's live. What's up, everybody? How's it going? There we go. Now we're getting some people here. Takes about a second. It's all right. So, still not a whole lot is going on in the sports world except for some tennis and some soccer. Both sports of which I don't really watch a whole lot of, but I did watch 3 games of Wimbledon, and I did end up watching a little bit of the World Cup because, like I tweeted earlier, you guys made me. And so I watched some World Cup to try to understand. I really still don't understand it, but I watched it. Didn't watch today though, but France ended up winning it 4-2. So félicitations à la France pour avoir remporté le Coupe du Monde, France. And that's congratulations to France on winning the World Cup. I did learn a little bit of French, so that's a good time. Vive la France! Aside from that, we also had some Wimbledon, and Kevin Anderson from South Africa, dude is a rising star. He took Roger Federer 5 sets, went 14 points deep to beat him. And then he ended up having the second longest game against John Isner, which ended up going for over 6.5 hours. And that is insane. But like the actual record for the longest majors match with John Isner is over 11 hours. And that's, how do you play tennis that long? Yes, sir. On Wisconsin. Go Badgers. But yeah, so that's some incredible tennis there. And the match between Nadal and Djokovic was pretty good too. And I think Djokovic ended up winning the whole thing, if I remember correctly. Defeated Anderson in the title. So Anderson's a rising star, I'll tell you that. He looked really good, even though he had to go, 5 sets deep with like everybody. So yeah, really aside from that, like nothing sports-wise has really happened. How stupid is Brandon Browner, dude? I don't even know what the heck's going on with that. Like I just saw like 100 different allegations against him, and I've yet to see if anything has. Did I say Ryan Anderson? I just realized that. I meant Kevin Anderson, the tennis player. Yeah, Brandon Browner, all of his stuff is that's weird. I hope that he's not that dumb, but we'll have to see. And yeah, I'm up, dude. Yeah, I'm here. I'm doing all right. How are you? Thanks for joining. Getting some people in here is a good deal. I believe tomorrow in NFL world is the last day before athletes who have been franchise tagged have to accept the franchise tag. Well, no, when you have her on you, it's probably not a good thing to do anything to that person. What do I think about the Brewers? They have improved in a pretty good short. It sucks that they're not leading the division right now, but I hope that they get back on their game and hop out in front of the Cubs because I don't want the Cubs to win the division. Don't want the Cubs in the playoffs or anywhere close to winning contention. Fans have become incredibly annoying, but hopefully the Brewers can come back, win that division, go to the playoffs, and have a good run. I like them. They're playing well. And it's funny that Jesus Aguilar didn't get into the All-Star game on first try. Dude's batting incredibly right now. Why not? I really hope this stream's not being dumb again right now because people keep coming and leaving. And yeah, hopefully this is working. That would be really nice if it was. But if not, watch the replay, I guess. Just as long as we have some decent conversation otherwise. See, because Turk keeps getting on and leaving. Stay with us. True, I will knock on wood. It's a wooden desk, and it's none of that veneer stuff. I have to fix the camera angle there. Yeah, but I got this going. I got 2 phones over here, streaming 3 other places. So hopefully these are working, because this actually seems to be working. You're actually talking to me. No one here, even though you're not here anymore. So hopefully you come back. But yeah. RIP to Ray Emery, the hockey goaltender. He apparently drowned while he was swimming on earlier today. So thoughts and prayers for him. Glad he ended up being able to come to the Blackhawks first season and win the Stanley Cup. Yeah, it's really sad to see that he had to die like that. Where did he drown? It said it was in his hometown of Hamilton, Ontario, or something like that. Yeah, he was reported missing at 6 a.m. this morning. Contacts are all weird. Yeah, you would think something like that would happen in a river or excuse me, a weird place, but I don't know. It sounds like, well, let's just look at the article here and see if it says occurring in the ocean and not Yeah, it says it was said he was swimming in Hamilton Harbor, which is right off of Lake Ontario. And then they said they found his body in the water or something. And so then they examined it, how ooh, sounds like he might have jumped in and broke his neck or something. It says that he came back up. I don't know. We'll find out more once they do their examinations and whatnot. But yeah, it's a sad thing. He's only 35 years old. Oh, wow, Djokovic beat Anderson in 3 sets. Nice. So the Cardinals fired Mike Matheny as well as 2 of their batting coaches last night after a loss to the Cincinnati Reds. After 7 seasons, does it really seem like it was a good move, or do they just not have the talent that they have or that they've had in the past? Because when Yadier Molina was asked about it, he said it was the players' fault and not his, and that he's a great manager. Any Cardinals fans here watching that have some thoughts on that? I'm guessing not. Obviously. Any Pacquiao boxing match. Apparently, those kids in Thailand got rescued out of the cave. The Jean Van de Velde meltdown in the 99 Open. That's funny. I don't know why they're talking about that. Probably just because the Open Championship's coming up. I don't know. Jabari Parker moving on from Milwaukee, going back to Chicago, going back home. Stream's freezing, but it's okay. Of course it is. Of course I read that, and then this one freezes too. I don't know why this happened. Probably because my Wi-Fi is terrible. My roommate has a really good router, and he's not here yet. So we got to wait until, like, well, he said he'd come down next week. So we'll see if he brings it with him. It'd be nice if he did. But yeah, hopefully when the better router shows up with my, then all this will be better. I gotta fix this because this is being stupid. Honestly, I hate this phone. Like I'm gonna be a salesperson right now. If you're looking to buy a new phone, do not go economic. Do not buy the J series of the Galaxy. The J literally stands for junk. I think we went over this last week when I was complaining about this. The Bulls and Bills fan you're talking about? Yeah, that's my friend Scotty. I was gonna invite him to be on this, and I kind of forgot about it because I was doing other things. But yeah, maybe I'll see if he wants to come next week. No, I was talking about Jabari Parker going to the Bulls. Bulls literally don't have like anything to lose right now, so might as well sign everybody and anybody. But yeah, I ranted about this last week. I'm pretty sure with the trash phones. Like, I didn't mind my iPhone. Yeah, I get that, but like my parents had Galaxy S6s for like 6 years and nothing ever happened. And they kept passing on like all their upgrades to everybody else in the family. So because nothing ever happened to their phones. So that's kind of like what I want out of a phone, what I'm getting. Like I have an iPhone 5S, but it's not like my actual phone anymore. I just use it till this basically. And then when we upgraded, I'm like, I'm gonna get a Galaxy phone because they seem so much better. Yeah, so this froze because this phone's junk, but it's back going again. Good deal. Yeah, and so I was like, I'm gonna get a Galaxy this time, be much better because my iPhone, like after a year, it started dying within an hour. And then like I tested it at work one time. I didn't look at it, and I had it on low battery mode for 2 hours at work, and my phone went from 100% to 54. I didn't touch it. It was on low power mode, and it died so fast. So I was like, I got to get rid of this thing. And then now I've got this. Yeah, my dad was like, we got to be cheap on these phones, and he bought the phone that's like $10 a month, and it's a total piece of junk. Constantly freezes. They didn't look at the bad reviews for it before they bought it because nobody wants to listen to me. Yeah, the thing's terrible, and I want to throw it out the window most of the time. The Jabari Parker move makes the Bulls a favorite over the Warriors now. Yeah, I'm sure they wish. Well, it's just like Channing Free got signed to come back to the Cavaliers, and he posted on like Instagram, I think it was. He said hello again, or he said, I guess this is hello again, and somebody said, ready to take us back to the championship. And the guy said, man, it is too early to be drinking. That was funny. Burn it, burn the phone. Yeah, dude, I was on the 4th of July, I was watching fireworks, and you go to like the lock screen, you put in your password and it's supposed to open. Well, it just sat there and did nothing and kept locking again. I was about ready to just throw that thing to the crowd of people and never look at it again. This thing is just horrible. It doesn't even work. How about them Cowboys? Are you high? I wish it was on the same note. They're not good. They dropped off, but they also had a lot of distractions from. They also had a lot of distractions from Zeke's stupidity, which we talked a lot about last season, and Dak kind of regressed in that sophomore slump year. But who knows? Third year they might rebound and be better if Zeke can stay on the field and Dak doesn't play like crap again. So I had this idea earlier today because I want to do more podcasts, but like there's nothing going on right now. So it's like I could do a 20-minute podcast about World Cup for a few minutes, tennis for a couple minutes, summer league basketball for a few minutes, and then what? So I thought podcast over the course of the rest of the summer, based on each NFL team's like what they've done over the off season and what they could end up doing this season, because everybody and their brother does it, for one, and two, I'm more of a football guy. Like I can do all the other sports, but football is my forte. So I can give you some good thoughts on that. So why not? Because I started thinking about it today. Like I was watching this. Obviously, I'm a Packers fan, and I was watching this Aaron Rodgers video today. And so I started going through my mind of like all these different things that happened. And I saw another article about Joe Philbin coming back to Green Bay. And I'm like, I could do a whole podcast about this. And then I was like, I did a whole White Sox podcast like the second week of the MLB season. Why not focus on the teams I like, but just do all teams? I'm like, okay, well, I could do that for baseball, but it'd be terrible because I don't watch enough baseball to know. I watch my team and they're terrible. Football, though, we'll just go through the whole ordeal. Why not? Why did this chat go away? NFL did a poor job with the national anthem rules, opens up Pandora's boxes and helping getting politics. No, it doesn't. Like if I was the commissioner of the NFL, I would have just told them all to stick it. And we have no room for politics in this sport. I need to stop eating these, but they're really good caramel M&Ms. But yeah, politics can shove it. I hate politics. That's why I never want to talk about them when I'm on this show, because I absolutely hate them. They just get in the way of everything and make everything stupid. But yeah, Rodgers playing a game. The players are playing a game. It's just dumb. Anywho, let's not talk about politics anymore. Oh, the Tour de France is coming up. I didn't know that. Or happened. It's riding bikes. What do I really need to watch that for? So what do you guys want to discuss? I mean, we've got a total of like 4 people watching this right now. You gotta have something you want to talk about. I know. That's why like doing this right now at this time is tough. He said sports is boring right now. All you have is baseball. And even that currently right now, we're on All-Star break after today. So, but excuse me. Yeah, we could talk about the home run derby once that happens, or the actual All-Star game, but who cares? Yeah, NBA free agency's died out. Nothing's really going on. Very few people getting signed and whatnot. Training camp for NFL is coming up. Not fast enough. Preseason's not fast enough either. The only thing that sucks is like once football season starts, I'm going to have school again, and I don't want to. But I'm going to be sitting in a newsroom for hours at a time, and it's going to suck. But it's going to be fun. See me on TV. Most of you are at, but I'll be on TV. It'll be a good time. um, dude, I totally could play football for Illinois State, but I do not have time. Like, just knowing that you got to like get up and have like morning practice, then go like do a lift, and then go to classes and have lunch and all that crap, and then come back for another practice and film room. And now I have to go to class, which in my major, you could be the reason why Illinois State wins the championship, dude. I know, but I wish. But like I got class or my major. I have to be like on TV and like in a newsroom doing stuff, and I got to do that at 7:30 in the morning, like 3 days a week, and then I got class at 8 a.m. 2 days a week, and then I got to work. Like I don't have time. I don't have rich parents to buy me everything like out of here. So I wish. I That's what I would play, man. I got a cannon. You should come see how we do on Saturday mornings. I play with a bunch of like semi-pro guys. Kidding with me, bruh. Come on. It'd be a good time. It's possible. I like how the guy on YouTube's the only person like actually having conversation right now. When nobody ever talks on YouTube, everybody just watches and sits in silence. Now you Periscope people are doing it. How do you feel about yourselves? Gosh, my contacts are killing me. Oh, so I'm getting new glasses, and that's going to be super weird because I'm probably going to do a show eventually with my glasses on, and it's going to be weird. Periscope don't work for you. Wonder why. It's also on Twitter, so if you go to like the page's Twitter page, I keep touching things and the whole desk shakes. That's what happens when you have old desks. But yeah, I don't know if it would work better for you there. I know a lot of people say they can't comment when they watch on Twitter, but it might work. Dude, let me tell you about software updates. So I did that on this computer, and it my computer. Um, it literally just came up and said, here's a regular HP software update. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. And then my computer like died. Like my background, when it would go to a screensaver, it'd just be a blue screen and like never come back. My mouse disappeared all the time. It would shut down randomly. I don't know what the heck happened there, but that was a trip, I'll tell you. I feel like doing a Twitter poll to see if you guys would rather have Tyler or Scotty come back for one episode for a podcast. Have they updated that story? Because I was trying to follow it and it got really confused. Gave up on it. That's what I usually do is like I'll give up on it until they finally come out with like a final verdict. But like what I saw was LaShawn McCoy supposedly beat the crap out of this lady who was like his girlfriend or something, and then like a dog. She faked it, and yeah, it can't be a good thing when your nickname is Shady. Then it became like she set him up somehow and then like faked that he beat her up and like actually did something to herself and then just blamed him. And then I don't know, I kept seeing all these weird developments to it, nothing like final. I don't know, I hate all these stories because one, they're annoying, but two, it's like, why do you gotta do dumb things, people? Like on both ends. Like if she faked it, wow, thanks. You made this dude look awful and now nobody wants him. And then on the other end, like McCoy, if you did this, dude, you're a terrible person. Why would you do that? Like you're risking your whole career now by being stupid and beating somebody up. Not worth it. Yeah, you're right. All it takes is a drunken night to figure out bad things for your life. Don't we all know? Man, there's like nobody here. This is really exciting. Wouldn't it be much better if there was actually something going on in the sports world and people wanted to watch a live show about sports? Not trying to be a dick, but like I just got on the Twitter page and this girl posted about how long it took her to make this organizer that's very, very simple looking, and I it just makes me laugh. People are so proud of their like try try hard things that literally could have taken them like 20 minutes. How about not going into his own induction, guys? Oh, To. Yeah, that's really dumb. And now like the Hall of Fame said they're not even going to like recognize him, which that's why for one, why get inducted into the Hall of Fame and not show up? And then two, so okay, we'll finish this topic. They go back because it's funny and it is sports related too, so that'll be a little fun thing. We've talked about this before, but yeah, not going to your own Hall of Fame induction, that's stupid. And then not recognizing him now, which what are they just going to be like? Also making the Hall of Fame, Terrell Owens, and that's it. Like, what are you really supposed to do though? As the Hall of Fame, like they don't want to participate. Right, it's his own speech. Like if he wants to talk bad about people, go ahead. Um, you'll probably get cut off, but why not? I just don't get it. The whole thing's dumb. So, dude, you're getting inducted in this thing that only a handful of people get put in for. Like, yes, every year people get put in, but you have to be dang good to get in there. You're not just going to be like, hey, this guy was all right, and we need people to put in the Hall of Fame. Let's put him in. Like, no, you got to have a reason to be getting put in the Hall of Fame. But anyway, the other thing that I was laughing at, um, Ray Lewis. Yeah, so we could talk about how he did or didn't kill that guy. But the other thing I was laughing at a minute ago was I found this thing on Twitter earlier, and this girl said cheer is more of a sport than baseball and softball. It's more athletic, and I retweeted it. And did you go back? I retweeted it, and I said, "Well, is it normal cheerleading or competitive cheer?" Because, like, in high school, when you got like your little cheer team that follows you to all these different sports, they don't do anything. They're literally just dressed up, waving palms around, saying cheers that they memorized. Competitive cheer, they actually like choreograph all this stuff and practice it into the ground and then throw it out there. That actually takes skill to do. Well, then the former co-host Scotty replied to that. He needs to just stay out of it. Like, oh man, let's start a conversation. Here we go. So let's see. Nothing apparently. Nothing. Nobody. Nobody's around. Whew. Oh no! It's just a San Francisco touristy. I was there a couple weeks ago. It sucked, I will say. But I like these long sleeve shirts. It's very comfy. That's why I keep wearing it. It was just a stop while I was going to and from Oregon. Glenn, what is up, my dude? Don't even start with that, Glenn. Get out of here. Glenn, how are you today? Glenn, how are you? Is this not working? People keep greeting me multiple times. Glenn, did you leave? I'm guessing he did. Looks like everybody's leaving. Nobody wants to stay. Well, kids, since nobody's really on here discussing anything anymore, thank you, Wampbag Doodle, for a little bit of chit chat. Oh, there you are. Any trades coming in baseball? I don't know. We're getting close to the trade deadline um, before they have to clear waivers. And we'll see. A lot of these trades aren't going to happen until right before the deadline. I've heard of a couple different ones, obviously, mostly Manny Machado. But aside from that, who knows? A couple of pitchers maybe getting traded. Outside of that, not a whole lot. Um, we'll have to wait and see because most of the stuff's not going to happen until right before the deadline. But yeah. So thank you, sir, specifically for most of the discussion today. Didn't really have a whole lot of anybody else to. Oh, we got 3 people watching on YouTube right now. Look at that. Well, if any of them wants to say anything aside before I leave, go ahead. But apparently nobody wants to today except Wampbag Doodle. Nope, back down to him. Okay. Well, kids, until next week, I suppose, and hopefully something happens. Next week we can talk a little bit about the All-Star game, I guess, and I don't know, whatever else happens. Who knows? Anyways, I will catch you all next week then. I said end it.